Oh boy. Sometimes you gotta be a dad. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Q. Hey, gang, it is Mark. Here in the Q. Question the quarantine, whatever Q word you prefer this to stand for. Casual Friday around these parts. And why not? Look, it's been a tough week for everyone. Maybe we weren't going to work. Hopefully, we still had work to do. And even if you didn't, it's only temporary, gang. You hanging in there for another week. Look, I know it's tough times for everyone, but this, the Q, gives us a chance to give each other a hug virtually from a safe distance and compete in some trivia. We don't have sports right now, but we do have trivia, and that's going to have to be good enough. I am currently broadcasting with a dog right over there to my left, so maybe she'll pop in a little bit towards the end. It's such a fun game that we're playing today, and it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know if I woke up this morning and I said, "Hey, Mark, you know what? You are going to be wearing your Leonard Skinner sleeveless shirt for a reason." And it turns out I was, because today's game is all about music. It is a musical extravaganza today. It's wordplay trivia, so you're going to be doing some work. You're going to be filling in the blank, but if you fill in the blanks correctly, somebody's going to be winning at least a share of $50. And that's not all. Reminder about the monthly leaderboard challenge. April 20th is quickly approaching. That's a Monday. And on April 20th, that's the last day you can get points for the monthly leaderboard challenge. Whoever has the most points that they've gotten at the end of the last game, my game, on April 20th, is going to be going away with $1,500, which is enough to pay my rent, not enough to feed the dog, because apparently all she does during the queue is eat and sleep and eat and make baby mollies. Okay, well, no, that was a line from Jaws, but you get the drift. She's an eating machine. Anyway, back to the game. $50 is on the line here, and it's all music trivia. So if you know yourself some rock and roll, some hip hop, some polka, some country, some bluegrass, whatever you know, put that knowledge to the test. And it's wordplay trivia, so you're going to be filling in the blanks here, okay? And here's how the game's going to run. The first three answers are three letters. The next three answers are four letters. The next three answers are five letters. You see where this is going? Okay, well, now it's going to change, because your 10th question is going to be a six-letter word. Your seventh letter word is going to be your 11th question answer. And your last question is going to be an 8-letter answer. You follow me so far? Don't worry. I'll be pacing you all through it. It's going to be just fine. All you need to know is that one by one, we're starting with a 3-letter answer. Do you guys want to do a practice round? I feel like you need a practice round out there. It's Friday. We're kicking back. Maybe we've had a few brews already, so let's just get your mind refreshed. So here's a practice round. I'm going to tell you right now. The answer to this is 4 letters, okay? So here we go. Every answer is a homonym, so it can mean 2 different things, such as, this is the David Lee from Van Halen, and this Asher fell asleep in the bread aisle. Now, what could possibly be that? If you're a huge Van Halen fan like me, you already know the answer. David Lee. Or maybe if you are a fan of this Asher who fell asleep in the bread aisle, you know that album, then you know that. The answer is, of course, Roth. David Lee Roth, Asher Roth. And Roth is 4 letters. You understand how to play? Everybody doing all right? Then here we go. Question number 1 is upon us. You guys ready to go? This is exciting. Okay, got my Skinner shirt. Look at this microphone. Look at this thing. I feel like a lead singer. Okay, here we go. Your first question in the world of music. 3-letter answer is Ice Cube and Dr. Dre group, and it's no longer an airline. Ice Cube and Dr. Dre group, and it's no longer an airline. What could that possibly be? Do you know the answer, Molly? I don't think she knows a lot of music other than her Poppy's favorite band. So, what could the answer be? Did you guys see the movie? Did you see Straight Outta Compton? It was really good. And the answer we were looking for, NWA. NWA is the answer. And it's only 56% of people got that one. So we're keeping you on your toes. But look, even if you missed a question, you're still adding points to your monthly leaderboard. So don't forget that. You missed a question, it's okay. You're still in for the big money prize. And we move on to your next question. It's also a 3-letter answer. And the question is, the world of music. They sang What's the Frequency, Kenneth? And it's also a phase of sleep. Okay, so I'll give you a hint. When this song, What's the Frequency, Kenneth, came out, I was a kid in school, and people lost their minds because they could not believe that this band plugged in and just rocked like they were on this album. And it's a really good, I think the album was called Monster, and the band was REM. Yes, that's the kind of sleep that you get if you don't have a dog breathing heavily next to you in bed. I let her hop on the bed. What am I supposed to do? I'm only human. Have you seen her? She's so cute. I can't kick her out of the bed. What's the Frequency, Kenneth by REM? All right, your next question. In the world of music, we still have over 300 perfect rounds. So I have a feeling somebody's walking away with a lot of money if they can get all the answers right here. Your question. This is the Paper Planes singer, and it's also an acronym for Missing Soldiers in a War. And this is your last question that's going to have a 3-letter answer. Okay, so Missing Soldiers in War or the Paper Planes singer? What do you got? Think, rack your brain, think about the last 20 years of music, and you're going to come up with Missing Soldiers in War. That's obviously Missing in Action, MIA. You can call it Maya, you can call it MIA, call it whatever you want. I'm going to call you right if you typed in MIA. So we had a lot of correct responses on that one. Y'all are starting to get how this game is working. And so now it's time for Uncle Mark to throw you a curveball. So now the next 3 questions are going to be 4-letter answers. You with me? So you were typing 3 letters and things were peachy, but now your thumb has to type an extra letter in order to get the correct answer. Next 3 questions, 4-letter answers all. And your first of those 3 is Spandau Ballet's biggest hit and Metallica's song Sad But Okay, so what? Spandau Ballet. I'm not a huge, I know I look like it, I'm not a huge ballet guy, although I am fleet of foot, but I definitely am a Metallica fan. And so I know Metallica, Sad But is one of their biggest hits off the Black album. Yes, you know it's sad but true. I don't know if that's how the Spandau Ballet sings it or dances, but hey, the answer we're looking for was true, True. And we got some smart people. We got some ballet fans and probably some Metallica fans that are playing right now too. Maybe that's not, the Venn diagram of ballet and Metallica fans doesn't intersect all that much, but I'm sure there's a little bit of people who are fans of both because you appreciate fine art. Your next question, 4-letter answer is Robert Smith's the band. And when we find one, this quarantine will be over. I like that one. So if you're not familiar with Robert Smith and who his band is, you at least know that during this quarantine, we're all searching for, And if you do know Robert Smith's band, you know that my sister, who's 2 years older than me, got to go see them in concert. I was too young to go. And then I didn't really care about this band all that much, but they have some good tunes. My favorite Cure song is actually Friday I'm in Love, which is very opposite of what the band usually is. They're a little drearier, but good music nonetheless. And we're obviously searching for a cure in the quarantine. So the answer was Cure. Looking for C-U-R-E. Everybody wants to find the cure. Not Robert Smith's band. We'll put them on the back burner and just get a cue for COVID-19. Okay, so we have 400 correct responses in that one, and we still have 237 of y'all throwing perfect games. Proud of what y'all are doing here today on a Friday. Your next question, again, this is a 4-letter answer, and it might be my favorite question we get to ask today. Here it is. Nirvana frontman's wife and Led Zeppelin had a whole lot of blank. We need what's the blank? Okay, with 5 seconds left, I'm going to give you the riff. Nirvana frontman's wife and Led Zeppelin had a whole lot of Woo! That'll knock your socks off, ladies and gentlemen. It will knock your socks off. My dad could play guitar, and he used to plug into this and just rip it to Zeppelin. Oh, what a good tune it is. Kicking off Led Zeppelin too. And, you know, there were some trials and tribulations in the Nirvana frontman and his lady's relationship, but her name was Courtney Love. I don't know if her middle name was Whole Lotta, but that was the Led Zeppelin song. Whole Lotta Love. You want a guitar solo? Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for a whole lot of love. Courtney Love is the love is the answer, because as a wise man once said, all you need is Courtney Love. No, he didn't put the Courtney in there. Just all you need is love. All you need is love. Your next question, and here's where we go to your next three questions, are going to be 5-letter answers. You see how math works? 3, 4, and now 5-letter answers. So we need a 5-letter answer for this question. He wrote God's Plan, and it's where Jeremy Piven went to university in Iowa. Wow. You talk about a tough one. These 5-letter ones, these are going to eliminate some people, I think. Who cares where Jeremy Piven went to college? Are we grasping at those kind of straws for Jeremy Piven? Oh, okay, this is good. If you knew God's plan, then God's plan for you may not have been to know where Jeremy Piven went to college, but you certainly know God's plan as Drake is the performer of God's Plan. I'm not sure if he's doing that in real life with the way he cheers on the Raptors, but he is at least the performer of the song God's Plan. And Drake is where Jeremy Piven went to college. And occasionally they sneak into the NCAA tournament in years that we play it. All right, we move on to your next question. Here in the queue, another 5-letter answer coming your way. In the world of music, the question, London Calling Band, and it's what Titans do. So what do Titans do that is also the London Calling Band? So fun story about this band. They played on Saturday night at this big festival that Steve Wozniak put on in 1983. They played Saturday night, that Van Halen played Sunday night, and Van Halen spent half their set. They were drunk, and so they spent half their set making fun of this band for their Saturday night show. The answer is Clash. We're looking for The Clash, the only band that matters, according to them. They did London Calling, they did Rock the Casbah, and then, of course, Clash is what Titans do. They clash, and then they make a bad sequel called Wrath of the Titans. The old one's cool, but you don't need to see it. The new ones. You should listen to The Clash, though, because they do matter. All right, gang, we are on to your last 5-letter answer question, and then we have 3 more questions after that with more letters. But this one's 5, and it's in the world of music, and so here we go. It is. Bob's real name is Zimmerman. His son, Jake, is a wallflower. So Bob's real name is Zimmerman, and his son, Jacob, is a wallflower. There's a lot of perks to being that, but do you know what the 5-letter answer is? So we're looking for Bob and a son, Jake. So what could it possibly be? Could it be somebody who traveled with Wilburys later in their career? It's even weird to say that Bob Dylan was doing that later in his career because he's still writing songs and touring. He just released a song about JFK's assassination that's like 20 minutes long. Bob, edit. It's actually a pretty cool song. Dylan is what we were looking for. Bob Dylan, obviously the legendary musician. Jacob Dylan, his son, who did a lot of great music with the Wallflowers. One Headlight. Okay, gang. 3 questions remain, and I am so proud of the work that we're doing here today because we have about 100 perfect games that we're looking at, and now we're going to narrow it down, see who's going to be in the money for that $50 prize. 3 questions remain. And this next question, we go up in how many letters your answer is. 6 letters are going to be in this answer. You ready? Here we go. Your question is, Polo Club of Coachella and Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' blank state of mind. Whew, 6 letters. Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' state of mind and Polo Club of Coachella. I'm telling you, man, once you move up in the amount of letters you got to type, it does get harder. So what are we looking for here? Let's see what some of the options, see what some of the answers that we got were. So we're looking for New York. I know, it felt like New York, didn't it? It might be about New York, but New York, 7 letters. And I'm pretty sure if my stenographer can read it back to me, yeah, I did say 6 letters. And so let's see, what is a good Euphemism for New York that is 6 letters. Empire. Empire. They're also really evil in Star Wars, but I don't know that the Empire. They do have an Imperial March theme that's pretty good, but we didn't go with that for the music hint. We made you work for it. The answer was Empire, and that took some people off. That took some people off the perfect game roster. So that $50, you're going home with some money here today, folks. We have 75 perfect games remaining, and only 2 questions left. Are you going to be one of the ones that does it? Are you going to do it? Chunky Soup 55 is still in there. El Croce is still in there. Milky Fruits, fan favorite. Becky 14 is still in there. 75 perfect games left. Let's see who gets the money. 2 questions left. Your next question is going to have an answer that's 7 letters. Okay? 7 letters. Here's the query. What Zach De La Rocha rages against and Florence's band. Florence's band. Trying to think of Florence. But then I'm also trying to think, Zach De La Rocha, who would that person rage against? Were you a kid in the 90s? Did you buy any of these CDs? Did you steal any of these CDs? Because I might have once or twice and then apologized and taken them back later because I felt bad. The answer, of course, rage against the, say it with me, machine. Rage Against the Machine. I believe that they reunited and they're going to go on tour, and then this thing happens. So the Rage Against the Machine tour, you just hope they can all stay friends. You know, all these bands, we're about to go out on these big tours, just stay friends a little while longer, and then we can all celebrate in a group once again. Until then, we're grouped virtually here in the queue, and we have just over 70 perfect rounds left. So here we go with your last question of the day, and this is a big one. Not only is it big because you could win some money if you get it right, but also because it's 8 letters long. That's the answer we need, 8 letters, and here's the question. Jim sang Light My Fire, and Van had a brown-eyed girl. All right, talking about 2 all-timers here. Come on, baby, light my fire. He's more of a crooner in the rock milieu. And then Van had a brown-eyed girl. So, You My Brown-Eyed Girl. Remember that, Making Love in the Green Grass? Or do you remember Light My Fire, Girl? We couldn't get much better, as Ed Sullivan wanted him to sing. Jim Morrison. Van, not Halen, Morrison. Morrison is the answer. Morrison, like the company that makes the brown rice I cooked 3 hours ago. Morrison is the answer. Did you get it right? How do you do in the music challenge? Are you happy that we had a music one? I'm thrilled because this is the good stuff, folks. You sit around, and if we can't hang out with our friends and go to parties in person, we might as well do some trivia about music. Molly, you want to come here? You want to come say hi to the kids real quick? Okay, I'll tell you what, if she's not going to come to me, then I'm going to show y'all her as we say goodnight. So thank you guys for another great week here at the Q. Reminder, tell your friends about the app, share it. Every time you share this and somebody joins and uses your referral code, you get a free extra life and they get a free extra life. So do not miss this opportunity to be the one that gets all your friends and family involved in the Q. We have 2 games every day. Audrey has the 7 p.m. game on the East Coast, and then I have the 8:30 p.m. game on the East Coast as well. Out here it's 5:30 for me. And you know what 5:30 means? It means it's Miller time. So as we say goodnight here, I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to show you guys this